Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Tony'sPicks.com. I'm Tony T. It's time for our NHL rundown. We'll have a pick from every game on this 10-game card from our professional handicapper, Steve Duncan, doing great work in the NHL, so we'll bring him in right now. Find his premium plays over at Tony'sPicks.com. Steve, how's it going tonight?
It wasn't my best night in the land. No, not too bad. Everybody's got to have a kind of down one every once in a while, but it was fun to watch. It was a great night of hockey. It was a great day in for college basketball. It's fun. This is a great time of the year for sports for sure.
Especially with all these sports overlapping, makes it a lot of fun. And then we'll get started here with this 10-game rundown here for Sunday's action. Got a day game here to start us off here with the Jets and Capitals. The Jets $1.55 on the road, total 5.5.
The Jets on a back-to-back here. I mean, they really dropped the ball yesterday against the Islanders, or today, I suppose it would be, depending on when you're listening to this. I think they dropped the ball way too hard. Way too hard. They might try to come back hard here, but that sounds like that really was a game that I feel you're coming in against the Capitals, who are playing for a playoff spot. Big, solid team. Have got the better of you in Washington. I think the Capitals have beat the Jets 6 of the last 9 in Washington. Probably because they're on the end where they are right now. Like a lot of the times it would be at the end of the road trip. Normally I would look at a team getting shellacked like they did against the Islanders and go, okay, they're going to have a bounce back spot here. But I'm not feeling that at all. I am not feeling that at all. I'm feeling like this Jets team is kind of lost and doesn't really know exactly what they are at this moment. After they brought Toffoli in, I think they're kind of unsure about themselves. Where the Capitals, on the other end, this is a huge game. They've had some rest. They should have Lindgren in net. I'm going to take the Capitals here at plus money. No way I'm taking the Jets at minus 155 in this spot. There's no way. So at least the value would definitely be on the Capitals here. So I'll go with the Caps.
All right, Steve Duncan, get his screenplays over at Tony'sPicks.com. Jets and Capitals, take the Capitals here, the home underdog here at plus the 130. All right, let's continue here on our NHL rundown. Next up will be Penguins and Avalanche. Avalanche 238, total 6.5.
Penguins are going to try to come in here and come correct, but Avalanche don't have a lot to play for, except for the fact that you're talking about McKinnon versus Crosby. McKinnon's like one of the most competitive guys you're ever going to find. You think you don't want to destroy your old buddy in Pittsburgh here on the road? They're coming into a high elevation. Penguins are a pretty old team. I think they'll get their goals. I don't think anybody's shutting anybody down here. Maybe the Avalanche would try to do that, but I don't know why they would. You might as well just skate the shit out of these guys and get her done. So I'll take the Avalanche on the puck line. I think the Penguins will probably pot a couple, but the Avalanche will pot more, and we'll go over the 6.5.
All right, Steve Duncan, get his best bets over at Tony'sPicks.com. Find a link to his page in the description. Penguins and Avalanche. Avalanche puck line, lay the puck in half, plus 105 and over 6.5 goals. All right, let's continue here on our NHL rundown. Next game on the board will be the Devils and the Islanders. We see here the Islanders minus 122 with a total of 6.5.
The Islanders are absolutely horrible on back-to-backs. I think they've won one game. They're 9 games back-to-back. I think they've only won one so far this year. And the Devils, I don't really have all the confidence in the world, but when you look at a 1-8 on back-to-backs, you're going to have Sorokin in. The Devils are probably going to have Kakinen in. It's a tough spot. It's a tough pick because I think Kakinen is absolutely horseshit. But I can't get around the fact that the Islanders can't win on back-to-backs. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that they don't have any replacement players on that team. And I've been saying that for a long time now. They're coming off a win. The Islanders coming off a win is almost guaranteed take the opposition because they generally don't win 2 in a row, especially on back-to-backs. So Devils are coming off a loss. They got younger legs. They both have a back-to-back, and I like the Devils as a younger team against, like the Islanders got some really old-ass players there. So I'll take the Devils on the money line in this spot.
All right, Steve Duncan here. Find his premium place at TonySpace.com. Devils and Islanders. The pick will be here. The Devils here at plus to 102. All right, let's continue here on our NHL rundown, guys. Click the link in the description. You'll find Steve's premium page. Get signed up. Next game up will be Penguins and Avalanche here. Avalanche 238, total 6.5.
We already did this one.
We did this one already, right? Yeah, I thought so. That's what I thought. Let me say. I hit the wrong one. Here we go. Let's get it right here. Our next one will be, here we go, Maple Leafs here and Hurricanes here. Hurricanes laying $1.85, total 6.5.
I think you're going to get a bigger number. I would maybe even hold out on the Leafs here, because just looking at it like in front of your eyes, you're like, Leafs are on a back-to-back. Hurricanes are a better team. They just beat the shit out of the Oilers, so they're coming in all fat and sassy. They're going to probably have a difficult time with the Hurricanes because they're so fast. Problem is, I cannot believe I'm saying this, but the Hurricanes are playing their 6th game in 8 nights, man. That is absolutely stupid, and it should not even be allowed. It should be totally illegal. That's not fair at all. So I'm taking the Maple Leafs at plus 154 now, but I have a feeling the money's going to keep on coming in on the Canes. The smart money won't, but the public money probably will. So I wouldn't be surprised by morning we got it minus 60 to or plus 60 to plus 165 on the Leafs here. But I don't care how good you are. These Hurricane guys are very well conditioned athletes. Brindamore demands that, but 6 games in 8 nights, I don't care how well conditioned you are, you're not winning that game. I'll take the Leafs.
All right, Steve Duncan, click the link below for his best bets. Maple Leafs and Hurricanes. The pick here will be on Maple Leafs plus the 154. All right, let's continue here on our NHL rundown. Next game will be Panthers and Flyers. We see the Panthers here minus 155. The total coming in at 5.5.
Panthers have had a rough go the last little while. They just lost to the Rangers. I think they've lost 5 in a row. And that happens when you're getting late in the season. A team doesn't really, they don't have anything much to play for as far as winning every game. Like, they're comfortably in the playoffs. However, now Stolarz is going to be a nut for the Panthers, who came up through the Flyers organization. The Flyers let him go. He went over to Anaheim, got himself a little in a better spot as far as being an NHL player is concerned. And now he's playing for the Florida Panthers. He's going against that team that let him go. And the Panthers players know it. And the Flyers have Sandstrom in net, and he is absolute ass. He's terrible. So I'm taking the Panthers here, money line. I think if I look at a few more analytics by the morning, I'm probably going to have another pick on this one. It might even be my best bet, but I got to look a little deeper on how the Panthers and Flyers have been playing against each other in recent games. But right now, I'll just take the Panthers on the money line, minus 155.
All right, Steve Duncan, get his premium plays over at TonySpace.com. Click the link below to get to his page. Panthers and Flyers, the pick here, Panthers minus 155. All right, let's continue here on our NHL rundown. We get you a pick from every game on this 10-game card. Next up will be Oilers and Senators here. Oilers minus 192 on the road, total 6.5.
Oilers just took a shit kicking against the Maple Leafs. Um, and they should be angry here. I don't know if they're going to mail in this whole road trip. I doubt it. Senators are coming off of a win, feeling all fat and sassy, coming up against the Oilers. I got to say, it's a pretty impressive win. I didn't see that coming at all. However, Oilers are the much, much, much better team here. After a loss like that, I can't see them shitting the bed against the Senators too. I'll take the Oilers on the puck line at plus 120.
All right, see if Duncan get his best bets. Click the link below for them. Oilers and Senators. The pick here will be Oilers puck line. Lay the goal in half plus the 120. All right, let's continue here on our NHL rundown as we're ready here for the next game. It will be Stars Coyotes. Stars 205 on the road, total 6.
Coyotes are going to come correct in this game. It's a home game. They play really, really well at home, especially against the Stars. Like, this is one of those games where Coyotes players are going to be, it's almost like their little Stanley Cup, even though they're out of the playoffs and stuff like that. But here's the thing. They suck on defense. They are absolutely horrible on defense. And the Stars are a highly aggressive offensive team. I may, by morning time, I may look at taking the Coyotes here on the money line for big plus money because I know they're going to come correct in this spot. But one thing I like more than anything is that if they do come correct in this spot, they're not shutting the Stars down. It's not happening. They'll outscore them, but they're not shutting them down. I got to say they have done very well in the last little while, shutting some teams down, but not to the caliber of the Dallas Stars. Unless the Dallas Stars go into this game not giving a flying fuck, I don't see this going under 6. I think one way or another, one of these teams, both of these teams, are going to push it over the 6. So I'll take Stars in regulation because in the end of the day, I still think they're the far better team. The Coyotes will come correct, but they're the far better team. They'll push them, they'll get their legs going, and they'll put it away in the third, and I'm definitely taking over 6.
All right, Steve Duncan, get his premium place over at TonySpace.com. Stars and Coyotes will be Stars in regulation minus 120 and over total of 6 goals. All right, let's continue on here on our NHL rundown, guys. Be sure to use the promo code TonyT at checkout when you land on Steve's page to buy his premium plays. Promo code TonyT at checkout will save you that 20% off. All right, let's continue here on our NHL rundown. We're ready for the next game. Lightning at Ducks. Lightning 225, total 6.5.
Lightning coming off a big loss against LA. Big loss. I mean, it's not the end of the world for them, but they're still going to be pissed. This is a team with a lot of pride right now at this time of year. I've mentioned that a couple times. I don't think they're going to screw around with the Ducks here. I don't think so. I think they're going to come correct, even though they're on a back-to-back. The Ducks, on the other hand, they've been golfing ever since they freaking dropped their sticks from their last game. This team doesn't look like they give a crap. Although they did beat Chicago 4-0. Okay, you beat Chicago 4-0. Now you're coming up against a Lightning team that needs every point they can get right now, or at least would be better that they would get every point that they can get right now. And coming off that Lightning loss, they don't want to lose 2 in a row. This is a team that's trying to get into a playoff spot. They're trying to get themselves right for the playoffs. I think they beat the crap out of the Ducks here. We go minus 1.5, and I think there's lots of goals, mostly on the Lightning side. But they will have Johansson in net, and Johansson's not a great goaltender, so the Ducks will probably pot a couple too. We'll take Lightning, puck line, and over 6.
All right, Steve Duncan, click the link below for his best bets. Lightning Ducks, likes the Lightning puck line, lay the puck in half, plus 100, and over total of 6 goals. All right, let's continue here on our NHL rundown as we get to the next game here on the card. It will be Sabres and Flames. Sabres minus 112 on the road, total 6.5.
I can't trust the Flames at all in any spot. The Sabres, this is the end of the the end of the line for them. The Sabres are a much better team when they don't have something to play for. If you look at them the last 2 or 3 years, if they're out of the playoffs or like it looks like the pressure's off, they tend to win, get into a position where they can make the playoffs, and then they shit the bed. Could this be a depression game for them here? Possibly, but they haven't shown that in the past. They have shown in the past that when the pressure's off, they're a damn good team. So I am going to take the Sabres here, especially the Flames are on a back-to-back, and they're going to have Vladar in net. Or, no, sorry, it's not going to be Vladar. It's going to be Wolf. It's going to be the kid. And he's a good goaltender, good young goaltender, but he's not seasoned very much. And he has a very poor defense in front of him right now. I think the Sabres pull it out. I'll take him at -112.
All right, Steve Duncan. Find his best bets at TonySpace.com. Sabres and Flames. The pick here will be Sabres -112. All right, let's continue here on our NHL rundown. We'll get you a pick from all these 10 games on this card. Next up will be Canadiens and Kraken. We see the Kraken -162. The total coming in at 6.
I'm not really a fan of this game at all, but the Kraken, they've lost a lot of games in a row, and they're coming home now. It just feels like a pride game. Okay, we're out. But for the love of God, can we play for our fans tonight? They've been through there for us all year long. We shit the bed. They don't deserve to go out with a whimper. We got an opportunity here against a young Canadiens team to go out there and play for them and make them feel good. It just feels like kind of like a little bit of a get-right spot, and do it for the fans. So I'll take the Kraken in regulation. Canadiens, they're really not much on that team right now. There's not much going on with that team right now. I even think that St. Louis is not even coaching right now, if I remember correctly. Like, he had to take off for family reasons and stuff like that. Like, if there was anybody that could get him up for this game, it'd be them. If he's not there, I don't see this Canadiens team doing much in this spot. It's the end of a Western road trip. Let's just get home and see the family. So I'll take the Kraken in regulation.
All right, Steve Duncan says here, Canadiens and Kraken will be Kraken in regulation -110. All right, Steve, let's take a look over at, we got through all the 10 games here on this card for Sunday. Pretty big card for a Sunday, but let's take a look over at TonySpace.com, showing great results over at NHL here for this year. Of course, 10 games on the board. We got NBA as well with a 6-game card. College basketball continues with a round of 32. Steve, what we have going on over at Tony's Picks?
Sunday card, a 10-game Sunday card. You listen to all my picks that I did here. Sundays are pretty difficult. There's going to be a lot of I got a lot more capping I got to do. These are my leans right now. So don't go flying over to my side wondering if I change things up tomorrow, why. Sundays are tough. You got family, you got teams playing for their families at home. Yeah, it's a weird spot for a lot of Sundays are a weird spot for games. So make sure you're coming over and checking me out tomorrow, because I'm going to probably have at least 2 best bets on this Sunday card. College today didn't work out too well for me, but I think I got a better read on it for tomorrow. And NBA, I'm still kicking ass on. I'll probably have a best bet on that. I think I'm like 3 from my last 4 on best bets over there. It's only costing you like $19. But I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I'm a high volume player, capper, and over the long term, if you go over the long term, play every single one of my bets over the long term, you're going to be up, up, up. I haven't been read all sports for 7 years now. It's constant green. And if you may like somebody else out there that's capping over on Tony's picks, because these are fantastic cappers. Some of the best cappers you're going to find in North America are here. Go check them out. Go check me out. And have a great weekend. Enjoy your Sunday, my friends.
That's right, guys. Got to vote with Steve Duncan over at Tony Spectrum. I'm showing good results here in NHL here for the 2024. Also NBA as well over the past 30 days. So get on board with Steve Duncan. Now, if you click the link in the description, it'll land right on Steve's handicap page. Here's where you can purchase his plays. He'll have best bets on the board. Also, the long-term pass, 3, 7, or 30 sports pass up to a year. Get all of his premium plays for that time for your select. When you go to his handicapper page and make that purchase. Use that promo code 20T at checkout, and you'll save 20% off. You can access Steve's page by clicking the link you see there in the description, and then you'll land right on his page. And, of course, on his page is where you go to point of purchase, make that purchase, and get on board with Steve Duncan's premium plays. Remember, all access, all sports means every sport that he handicaps for the time period you select. All right, Steve, as always, great having you show. Continue that great success here for the year, and we'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
All right, buddy. See you later, everybody. Enjoy your Sunday.
Enjoy your Sunday. For Steve, I'm Tony T. We'll talk to you guys again tomorrow.